Man, this is the first official episode of the Crucial Critics, man. I want to introduce y'all to the crew. I'm Tyrone.
Man, I'm Tim.
And I'm Rob, man, and we want to really welcome y'all to, I can say the family maybe, but hey, y'all got to call us, we the three amigos, three-headed dragons, the only three Mount Rushmore you'll ever see, man. We everything they come in threes, that's us, man. So we the three amigos, man, three-headed dragon, three-headed snake, three-headed whatever you want to call it, that's us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard it, man. So, man, we going to jump right into it, man. We ain't going to waste no time to hold no punches, man. So, let's get to it, man. Reactions, man. Teofimo, big victory against Josh Taylor, man. Tim, let's go with you first, man. How you feel about that?
Man, I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be sitting up here lying if I said I had Teo going in there handling his business, just with all off the ring things, even all the in the ring things are just lately he's been leaving me with me wanting more from him or just having high expectations. So this fight, I lowered my expectations, and I mean he exceeded them. So all credit go to Teo this fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, Rob?
Man, to be honest, man, I kick it back off of Tim, man. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much. I mean, which I can't take no credit from. Dude is a good fighter, hell of a fighter. His athleticism is crazy. I don't know, man. I said like that. I just had to give him a pat on the back, man, because he showed up and showed out. So that's my take on that, man. He looked good. He looked good enough, and he did what he was supposed to do.
That's pretty much the way I feel, man. I definitely got to give him credit where credit due, because I picked him to win. To lose, excuse me. I picked him to lose, and I honestly thought Josh, towards the later part of the fight, the way I envisioned it, I thought Josh was going to kind of dog him. I didn't think Teo was going to be able to be as physical with Josh like he was, man. And, that's what impressed him with me. Impressed me with his performance. He came forward, he closed the distance, man, and he just kind of roughed Josh up, man. That's what shocked me. I knew Teo could fight, but I didn't think he can get, that physical and get that gritty at that level, man. And yeah, he turned up, man. He put on the show, man. He just went to another level, and Josh couldn't keep up with him, man. Like, he showed why he truly is an elite fighter, man. And like, we shouldn't sleep on him, like he's had some bad outings, last couple outings, but I guess, they say styles make fights, man, and sometimes you fight down and up to your competition and shit. He showed out, man. So I gotta give props to him, man, and I'm ready to see him fight again.
Man, I
definitely agree. I definitely agree, man. Man, he did his thing, like you said, man. He leaving us wanting more. He leaving us wanting more, and I hope it ain't true about him retiring, but we'll get to that later. All right, Tyrone, I did want to, now that we done kind of got our main thoughts, I'm gonna go to Rob. What did you think about Josh Taylor's performance?
Man, that I was disappointed for sure. And and like I said, you can't take nothing from, because if you take something from Josh Taylor, you're taking something from Teo. So we don't want to do that. So I'll say, it was just, maybe it was just a hell of a game plan, man. Maybe it was just a hell of a game plan. And like I said, I can break it down a little more, but I don't want to seem like I'm slighting one of them, because we've seen a better Josh Taylor. We've seen, because he didn't look like he was stronger than Teo, faster. It looked like he was just, he didn't look like Josh Taylor. He looked like a C-class fighter. And maybe Teo made him look like that. We don't know, But that's how I look at it, and maybe Josh Taylor, I don't know, is he, the question for me to y'all is he done? Is he done it this way? Because, they got way more dogs that's hungry at that when he go up 7 more pounds. So that's my thing to y'all. You know, is he done? Because I don't know if he was weight drained, man. I don't know. You know, he just didn't feel right because he had that 16-month layoff. So, you know, it could have been any one of them things, man. But that's me. My question from me to y'all: do y'all think he's done?
I'm gonna let you go first, Tim.
All right, so I'm gonna come back to your last question, Rob. I'm gonna go off of what I thought about his Josh Taylor performance. Man, I just gotta go by what I've seen, man. And like you said, I don't know if it was Teo that made him look like that, or has he been hyped? You know what I'm saying? Has he been hyped in the division? I can't say he's been hyped, cause he just fought some stiff competition, man. Now do I think the competition that he fought was like A+ fighters? I don't think so. But man, he didn't look good. I mean, he looked slow. He looked slow-footed. He wasn't setting up nothing. It was all one punch at a time, man. I don't know if it was just he was trying to knock Teo out. I don't know if he just felt like, you know, he was just gonna rough Teo up, or you know, I don't know if he thought he was gonna, you know, get Teo to fight him in the pocket to where, you know, he could land some more shots. But man, he looked real slow, man. Or I don't know if he just got tired early because of the weight drain. Like you said, it might have been because of the weight drain. Maybe he was tired because I want to say like the first 4 rounds he was active. And then, like, in the middle of the late rounds, man, he got real slow. Teo was making him miss everything. And like you saying, like I was saying, he wasn't setting anything up. It was all one punch. He didn't try no combinations. He didn't try to jab, you know, 2 or 3 times. I ain't see him really jab to the body. It was just all one punch. He wasn't setting nothing up, so it was just like, I don't know what the game plan was for him. I don't know if he, like I said, if he just wanted to knock Teo out and he thought it was going to be easy competition, like I said, because maybe he had it in his mind that, you know, Teo wasn't as good because of the last few fights. Maybe that's what he was thinking. Or, you know, or is he just not that good of a fighter? You know, but like you were saying, man, I don't want to say he's not that good of a fighter because he has decent stiff competition. I'm not going to take that away from him. What I can say is that this definitely was a disappointing performance, but some of that was Teo, or maybe most of that was Teo making him look bad. Teo kind of turning back the clock a little bit to being the fighter that we thought he could be. You know, him and his dad say that they changed the game plan. You know, they said that they tried something different before the fight. Maybe that was what it was. Yeah, definitely a disappointing performance from Josh Taylor on my end. And is he done, Rob? I think he's done being the champion. I don't know if he's gonna retire, but I definitely don't see him being a champion at 147. Man, you just got so much stiff competition at 147, man. Man, we already know Ortiz, Boots, Earl, and once Earl and Crawford fight, they probably gonna move up, but you know, you still, like I said, first Ortiz, Boots, maybe Ugas may still be up there fighting. You still got Keith Thurman. He hasn't moved as of yet. Earl and Crawford hasn't moved, so you know, man, it's gonna be stiff up there 147. So I think this is his last time being a champion. And that's what I think. Tyrone, what you got?
Man, see, this what we kind of differ at. So, I mean, I'm familiar with Josh. I've watched him like pretty much all his professional fights. I thought maybe like his first 4 or something like that. But so, man, I'm not gonna lie. I think Teo just got in his head, man. I think the talk and the build up to the fight, I think Teo got in his head and he just wanted to knock Teo out. I think he was super undisciplined. I mean, he has all the skills. He has a long amateur background. He has a pedigree. He knows the fight game very well. So I think he just wanted to prove something to Teo, and with Teo saying stuff like he's gonna kill him and this and that and do this to him and that, I think it just really rattled him. Not in a way where he was scared, but he just really wanted to, like, you know, he threw the game plan out the window. He just wanted to fight Teo. You could see it with some of the tactics that he used in the fight or whatever. He was just trying to, you know, let Teo know, make his presence known. And credit to Teofimo, man, he took that shit on the chin and just and fought back like a dog, man. Like, he really brought the dog out of Teo. And what the changing point in the fight to me was when I think it was around in the fourth round they kind of clinched up. Teo was controlling distance, staying on the back foot, and he kind of jumped forward on the inside with Josh Taylor. He didn't throw a punch necessarily, but he pushed him off, and Josh just fell on the ground like Teo was just way stronger than him. And it's like when Josh got up, you could tell he didn't fall from a punch. It was a push, but when he got up, it looked like his legs was just gone. Like Teo kind of just physicality just zapped the energy out of him. And from that point forward, man, it was just like a changing of the tide. I started seeing Teo start getting in the rhythm. He realized he was stronger than Josh on the inside, so he would close distance, get on the inside, get physical with Josh, push him around a little bit, bait him in, get him to swing one lunging punch, take an angle on him, start countering him. Like, he was completely controlling him after that. Even having said all that, I did have Josh winning, like, I want to say at least 4 of the first 5 rounds. I feel like Josh Taylor won the 10th round. I think Teo took that round off. So I had Josh Taylor winning 5 rounds. But I had Teo winning 7 more convincing rounds. He won his rounds more convincing, I'm gonna say. After everything after the 3rd round, anything that he won, Teo won. He won convincing. So I know a lot of people looked at the scorecards and was kind of, you know, a lot of people felt like it was, you know, biasness or they're trying to rob him or something like that. But I don't think it was that at all. I think it was just like, it was a good fight. Like, you got to score the fight round by round. And some of the exchanges early on, Josh Taylor was winning because he was letting his hands go. When he started winging punches, like you brought up, Tim, is when he completely threw the game plan out of the window, and it just got ugly from there, man. Like, Teo completely took over. It was literally the takeover, like, for real. And as far as what you said, Rob, as far as him being done at 140, I think he pretty much is. I think he didn't wore his welcome at 140. I think he's gonna have to move up to 47. And as far as how Top Rank moves him, it's probably gonna have to be like some soft touches, some matchmaking, and you're gonna have to get him probably like maybe at best an Alexis Rocha, maybe like a Bladder Flair Cobb. I think he's a free agent. You got some guys up there that you can give him a soft touch that's sort of contenders, and I think he can do good at 147. He's not ready for the elite after what I just seen Teo do to him. He's not ready for Boots, Virgil, Stanionis, or any of them. But I think he'll be pretty good at 47. Is he gonna get a title? He says he wants to go for a title. I mean, we'll see. He was the lineal champ, so I think when he moves up in weight, he's gonna get a pretty good ranking in one of the sanctioning bodies. So I mean, we'll see where it goes from there. But I don't think he's done it career wise. But at 140, yeah, his days are over with for sure.
See, how old is Josh Taylor?
I think Josh Taylor is like 32.
Okay. I mean, ain't too much going up the hill no more at 32 though.
Nah, but see, the thing is, I think, and like I said, I don't want to make excuses for him as far as him being weight drained and all that.
Okay, is he a young 32?
I think so because he only has 19 professional fights.
I don't know, man. That performance, he look old 32 with that performance, man.
Yeah, at that weight for sure. At that weight for sure, I agree with you at that weight. I gotta see him at 47, man. Him with better hydration. I mean, he a big dude. He like 6'1" fighting at 140. So, like, eventually it was gonna catch up with him. And you getting up with a young 25-year-old that's athletic like Teo, man. That like I said, I didn't think it would go that way at all. I thought he was gonna dog walk Teo, man. I thought he was gonna frustrate Teo and end up, I didn't have him knocking him out. I just thought he was gonna just pretty much beat him up. But yeah, it didn't go nothing like I thought. So yeah, that was a hell of a performance by Teo. But I don't think he's done. I just think
what?
No, I was just saying I don't think he's necessarily done. I just think I just don't think he's going to be able to move aggressively in 47 like he did in 140.
Yeah, man. Hey, still got a lot to look forward to, even with Teo, because they got a lot of names out there for him, man. We'll get to that another time, but we're gonna have a lot of stuff to put out about him, because Teo young, he's 25, man. He's gonna be if he wants to, he's gonna be around for a long time, man, and be good if his head right. Teo can be good for a long, long time, man. He just, the mental part, just hopefully he can stay on the right path, man, and you get all them good fights there with the Haney and the Shakur and all of that stuff, with, and the Tank Davis and all of that. If he can stay right, and then I seen he want more money too. So the thing is, he feel like he's underpaid with top rank. So, and that's coming into question also.
Man, they got some beautiful fights at 140 though. They got, man, I mean, they should be able to get paid at 140. I mean, just how he looked last fight, Evan, Tank, Shakur, man, all them guys, man, that's some big names. He just did real good. So I definitely think there's some money out there for them guys. So let's go to it's a good way to go into our next segment, talking about how was Teo's performance. Go ahead, Tyrone. Go ahead and take us away with Teo's performance.
I mean, with Teo, I think, bro, so the beginning of the fight, man, he started the way I thought that he would. I mean, he's a counterpuncher by nature. I didn't think, and Josh Taylor is usually a counterpuncher. I didn't think Josh would start off as aggressive as he did, but when he did, it seemed like he was overwhelming Teo early, so it didn't look good for him. I know he cut Teo's nose and stuff, but man, Teo, like I said, he responded like a dog, man. Like that dude completely, just man, like everything, all the aggression that he said and all the things that he was going to outside the ring, he brought it into the ring with him. And he really turned up. Like he used it as motivation. Like he used it the right way. Like a lot of these fighters are going through things and stuff like that you don't know about, in their personal lives and whatever. And, a lot of times, fighting is how they vent and get things off their chest. So, man, he used it the right way. As far as his performance, man, I got to give him an A+ because you beat the man at the division. Regardless of how anybody felt about you before the fight, I for one thought that he wasn't gonna, do that well. Regarding the matchup and going straight first fight at 140, you fighting the linear champion up there and former undisputed. I didn't think he was gonna perform this way, man. So I give him an A+, man. I think it was around the 5th round when he got into his rhythm. And he started throwing the leaping jab. He started going to Josh Taylor's body. He hurt Josh Taylor several times to the body, man. Which I've seen Josh hurt to the body before, and Teo is a body puncher. But the way that Teo was letting his hands go, he was super confident, man. And I think the more comfortable he gets in that weight class, the more settled in he gets and confident that he gets, man, he gonna be a problem for anybody up there. I think his only struggle is going to be finding a name to get paid the way that he wants to in that weight class. That's the only thing. You got a lot of good fighters and dogs in that division. You got Matisse, you have Prograis, you got Rolly with a belt and him now, so that's the 4 champions. But I think the biggest payday he could have is Rolly, but him and Rolly are friends, so that's going to be his only struggle. Is to find the payday.
Garcia? What about Garcia, Ron?
I don't think Garcia will go nowhere near Teo. I don't think he goes nowhere near Teo. He's like Teo is a whole lot like Tank Davis. He likes to get on the inside and counter you on the inside. Other than that, he stays all the way out, similar to what Tank does. But Teo relies on his athleticism a little more than Tank. He's a little more springy, but
Do you think he's mentally disciplined though? Do you think he's mentally disciplined enough to beat Ryan?
Yes, I do. I think he dog walks Ryan. Honestly.
Okay.
I think he dog walks Ryan. I don't think Ryan will be able to keep up with his movement.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about this? Man, I feel like that now after this performance. Because before this performance, I wouldn't have thought that.
That's fair.
Go ahead, Rob. What you got on Teo's performance?
Man, like I said, I at this point I can't do nothing but praise Teo because, man, he looked like a little bit of Roy Jones out there, man. That hopping in with them punches and stuff, man. He looked decent enough, you know. I want to see him fight. See, and you know, with people, you got to call Teo the undisputed champion because they was calling Josh Taylor, even though, you know, they took the other belts away because of him, you know, the inactivity and stuff with him being injured and stuff like that. But bro, people's calling him the man to beat and all that. Teo the man in that division. You got to give it to him. And I understand you got Regis and all of those, but you know, he beat the man. Everybody was saying it was the man because Josh Taylor beat Regis. You know what I'm saying? So he was the man and he beat the man. So Teo is the man at the division. I don't care what nobody say. He is the man at that division, and you know, the sky's the limit for him because, you know, Teo always put himself in good positions, and when you think he's gonna lose, he wins. You know, Lomachenko is a perfect example of that. So you know, like I said, man, the sky's the limit for him. He looked like a version of Roy Jones a little bit with them hopping in, them leaping in punches and stuff, man. I liked it. He was more physical. He looked more stronger, more springy, more energy. You clearly can see who was the younger fighter. And to be honest, you see Josh Taylor towering over him in the fight, but you couldn't even see the size. I mean, you could see it like with your eyes, but, you know, it was like an illusion because you looking at the smaller man bully the bigger man, you know. So, and it was a lot of stuff, you know, just, dude, he put his skills on display too, man. He quick, fast, power, speed, everything. He had it all going. So I just want to see him fight, you know, maybe Regis next. If Regis win this fight and or Devin come up or Tank, you know, Floyd said after his fight yesterday that he would love to see Tank fighting. So, you know, I want to see that. And then, you know, Teo needs to prove nothing to me because he didn't did his thing. He got a good resume right now. But him fighting them names right there and him beating them names, man, you know, Teofimo will be a future Hall of Famer for sure. So that's my take on it, man. I just think, you know, if he just keep his mental good, man, and avoid all the distractions and stuff, Teo a bad man.
All right. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was very impressed with Teo's performance. Man, I was impressed with the defense. Like I was saying, I'm not even gonna just say Josh Taylor was slow. I'm gonna say he made Josh Taylor look slow. I'm talking about Teo right now. Man, he made Josh Taylor look slow. He made him miss. Man, he was countering off the misses. What I love to see him and what me and Tyrone was talking about off camera, Rob, was that when Josh when they would get in the middle ranges and Josh would be thinking what to throw, Teo would step in and close the gap, and he wasn't swinging punches sometimes, but he would step in and close the gap, and then he would tie up, so it would make the ref had to break him up, so he didn't give Josh Taylor a chance to get off any punches. And then I think one round, like it was either the 9th or 11th round, I think I may have gave it to Teo off of, you know what I'm saying, off of defense alone, because he made Josh Taylor miss so many punches, man. And I know, that goes to the 4 criteria of, of judging the fight, man, and defense is one of them. And, man, he was making Josh miss every punch he threw, man. I was very impressed. Teo was throwing 1-2s. They was landing flush. I feel like he was first. I feel like even when they were getting the pocket, he was, he was the first one to swing a punch. Man, I just think, man, he had this was a career defining performance, if you ask me. Like we were saying, he was fighting the lineal champion at that division, man, and this just like how he did. That's the one thing about Teo, man. I feel like he fight up to his competition. Sometimes he can fight down. And I think Rob had mentioned it. He fight up to his competition and he fight down sometimes. But man, his 2 biggest fights, man, was his 2 biggest performances. Of course, Loma, and then this fight right here, man. And he put himself in position to get that fight. And he did what he was supposed to do with it, man. He almost closed the show out in the 12th, man. I think Josh Taylor wasn't so much bigger, maybe weight, because, man, it looked like Taylor was probably about 160, 165 fight night, man. He was any bit smaller, man. I think Teo could have ended the show, closed the show out on him, man. But yeah, he did his thing. Like I said, honestly, I'm impressed. I really want to see now, man. I gotta see him against, a big name, man. I hope he don't retire. I think, man, 140 can be very exciting now. I know Tank at 35, but I know he'll move up to 40. We already talked about Haney moving up to 40. Shakur is the only one moved up from 30, I think, to 35. I think he had one fight at 35 already. But I'm sure he'll move up to 40 if he had opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get those belts from Teo and get his name on the map like that as well. So I'm sure he would take it. Of course, you still got Regis still. Man, honestly, the fight I would love to see Teo and Haney, man. I think it'll be a grudge match. I think you'll get the best Haney, you'll get the best Teo. I think they'll have some money in that fight. That they might have a little bit of money in the fight to make Teo interested in it. I know that was something that he's been talking about his payday. So I think, especially if Haney, I would like for Haney to go spin the block and fight Loma again. That way they can build him and Teo fight up a little bit bigger. But yeah, man, on Teo, and I think he he shined the light on him and he did his thing. The lights was all on Teo this weekend and he did what he was supposed to do. He made the best fight at that division, according to, the belts and everything. The best fight at the division, he made him look like a C plus fighter. Maybe it's a C minus fighter. But yeah, man, Teo did his thing, bro. So hats off to him, man. And I'm loving boxing this year. Everybody fighting, man. We done had a good year of boxing so far, man. So sky's the limit at 140.